In August 2012, the National Development and Reform Commission of China and iLIVE2LEAD International hosted the International Youth Leadership Summit for Climate Champions in Rudong, China. The NDRC is one of the most powerful government agencies in China. Its Department of Climate Change has regulatory authority over corporate activities that impact China's environment. iLIVE2LEAD International is an international youth leadership training program based in Washington, D.C. that conducts training in various nations in each region of the world. IL2L brings the most exceptional young leaders together for annual international leadership summits. In China, over 75 youth from China and around the world came together. They learned about today's critical climate issues from environmental experts. They were trained in leadership skills and guided to develop projects that they have led back in their home communities. All participants developed an environmental project that they call an I CAN project. Participants are taught the skills needed to make their I CAN projects a reality. Utilizing a proprietary IL2L leadership curriculum, workshops are conducted by experts in their fields. Who is iLIVE2LEAD? IL2L's mission is to develop the next generation of youth leaders, to teach youth to understand and value the importance of cultural diversity in developing solutions to global social issues. IL2L holds youth leadership summits throughout the world. In Rudong, China, in August 2012, the International Youth Leadership Summit for Climate Champions was held.
Climate change is a cross-generational project destined to be shared by more than just a few generations.
我们说不定谁以后就成了未来的绿色环境领导者了。
青年人能够在这个应对气候变化当中发挥出这个热情，发挥出领导力，对于最终解决气候变化这个问题是至关重要的。
In August 2012, Rudong County of Jiangsu Province is going to receive 72 climate ambassadors from the United States, Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, Denmark, the Netherlands, as well as from China, who will participate in the International Youth Summit on leadership in response to climate change and gain personal experience of sustainable development projects, which will prepare them to act as green leaders.
I come from Kenya.
I'm Anna, and I'm from the United States. I'm looking forward to know China's point of view on sustainable development and what they have done.
I'm here to enhance my skills.
Welcome to the beautiful coastal county of Rudong for the opening ceremony of the 2012 International Youth Leadership Summit on Climate Change. This event
Leaders, experts, and predecessors of climate change in China made a special trip from Beijing to attend the summit. Their attendance is indeed an inspiration for the younger generation.
My friends and I, as climate champions,
real baby drill.
climate change. But sadly, this may be
A rising young generation that understands the urgency and importance of climate issues and is determined to resolve them. Of the 2012 International Youth Leadership Summit on Climate Change.
I would hopefully become an international green leader, and I really hope that the summit will help with that.
In the days to come, these young people will take part in courses on green economic leadership, identification of major environmental issues, project management, project planning communication, and other relevant courses.
The young minds that we can to start thinking about themselves as leaders and as people who can solve some of these issues. and to be creative about the ideas they have that can solve the problems that we're facing with poor air, poor water, poor transportation problems, waste management, all of these things.
There is another important initiative for the climate ambassadors as they stay in Rudong, to experience sustainable projects. They will put themselves in the position of green leaders. Being immersed in this environment will help them make discoveries, learn, and grow in experience. Adopted, climate ambassadors show great interest in the innovative farming project, which is different from conventional practices.
At first time I see this kind of rice field, I think that it's a great program. This field doesn't use any insecticide, doesn't use any fertilizer, and I can say that it's pure organic.
She may assume an occupation that has nothing to do with agriculture, but environmental friendly philosophies will have direct implications for her future career. Rudong is also the home of the world's first power plant using wind power from the intertidal zone.
像中国那么大，就需要非常多的耕地，然后直接用海力发电，用潮汐，我觉得非常的节能环保。
It's a great chance to see the commitment of China towards wind energy, as it takes really advantage of the great resources you have here in China, and I think it's a model that everyone can adopt and copy in a way in our own countries.
Such projects help a climate specialist to accumulate experience for the implementation of large-scale energy projects in the future.
A really interesting experience because I've never been to a place where they burn the garbage and other things, so they also show us the whole process, so that's pretty good.
Rudong exposes future green leaders to specific projects in agriculture, environmental protection, new energy sources and other domains, of which the local climate ambassador feels very proud.
看到我们的家乡正在往可持续发展这个方向上走，那么我觉得这样一个变化是非常值得我们自豪，也非常值得我们向外国友人介绍的。
The people here are so inspirational, and they come with a lot of good ideas that have really helped you develop.
I would like to see more of this. I think this is the future.
That I can go back home in Kenya and help in negotiations about climate change.
Dear all, I think it is a wonderful opportunity to get more attention for alternative sources for energy. I think this is the future for all of us.
As the 2012 International Youth Leadership Summit for Climate Champions draws to a conclusion, the climate ambassadors would like to say the following words to the green leaders who are going to attend the United Nations Climate Change Conference to be held in Doha, the capital of Qatar.
中国每一个人，我们都在关注环保，关注绿色，我们在努力，我们在前进。
我希望此次会议，所有国家能将自己的节能减排还有一些实际项目落实到具体年份、具体的数字上面。
Please do include young people in your decision making, and please take into account the environmental changes are affecting us all, and that young people might have actually the answer to all the challenges that the president is asking for.
Don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let it into your heart.
We climate champions commit to respect and safeguard the environment as today's global citizens and tomorrow's leaders. We hereby commit to sensitize other young people towards climate change issues and to represent our generation in decision-making structure, making our voice heard.
With all of our efforts to create a big network of environmental activists whose leadership is translating to effective actions, like projects and representation in high-level meetings like COP18 in Doha.
Attempt to create a solid network of peers
leaders from the political and economic worlds.
We commit to bring the actions on the local level with the ones on the institutional level.
Thanking everyone for the restless efforts in bringing the use of the word together in Nantung. We commit to go out now and pursue our lives into the leading philosophy.